Hi, it's Lisa, and I'd like to talk about whether I think I am morally superior to a meat eater or not. And my short answer is no, I don't think I'm morally superior to anyone, whether vegan or meat eater. And I don't think anyone is morally superior to me either. And the reason is because morality has so many aspects to it, and eating animals is one of them. But what I can say is that I am morally superior to the person that I used to be when I was eating animals. And I think that is partly because I am now not as ignorant and I have the education about the animal cruelty, which a lot of people don't have. And I think that if I had made the choice to continue eating animals when I knew that it would cause so much harm to the animals and to the environment, then that version of me is inferior to the version of myself today. So I can only speak from my own experience and what I have become and my journey. So that is why I can't say that I'm morally superior to anyone else, because there's just more to life than being a vegan. And yeah, and I want to also just share how I became a vegan. So I became a vegan because of health reasons. So I had really bad acne in my early 20s and I was looking for a way to cure it. And I had read things online about how dairy is a trigger for acne, and then I went into reading more about being a vegan, and I found a book by Alicia Silverstone called The Kind Diet. And I didn't read the book, but I did hear her talk on YouTube about how she used to have severe acne, and when she went vegan she cured her acne. And I did more reading on it, and I found more books, and I found 30 bananas a day, and I read testimonials of people regaining their health and their skin health through becoming vegan. So I was really interested, and I decided one day that I would just do the 80-10-10 diet. And even though I found it pretty hard to stick to being raw vegan and not allowing any cooked foods, I found that my acne improved a lot. And even when I added cooked food back into my diet, like more starches but still keeping low fat, my acne kept improving. And even now, if I get any acne, it's usually because I don't exercise enough, or I don't sleep early enough, or I'm stressed. But it's nowhere as bad as it used to be before I went vegan. So that's why I became vegan. And throughout the last 4 years or so of being vegan, I've been watching different YouTube channels, and I've been exposed a lot more to the vegan world and the ethics and the environment side of it. So that way I became educated, and if it wasn't for me having any health problems, I probably wouldn't have been as educated. And if I had just come across a video of animal cruelty, I probably would have thought, oh, that's bad, but what about nutrition? Like, don't we need protein and all that? And maybe I would have done some research into that area if I had been moved by the animal cruelty. But I think a lot of people, when they see animal cruelty, they also have conflict in them about like their social life, and because it's so accepted to eat meat, that people are kind of blind to the moral side of it, and they don't really feel like they can change unless it's shown to them recipes or other people being successful on it and the health benefits. So a lot of people get into veganism or onto a plant-based diet because they're concerned about their health and because they've learnt about all the dangers of including animals in your diet. So I think one of the best ways to educate people is to want to help them in their health and to kind of appeal to that selfish side of people, because yeah, in the people do think about themselves more than they think about the animals, and it's unfortunate, but sometimes that's how people become vegan, and they learn about the ethical side later. And I also want to share that when I first became vegan in 2011, I posted a status on Facebook, and it said, it was a bit controversial, it said that if people really cared, they would all go vegan. And I got a few of my friends commenting on that status and saying how I was being passive aggressive, and how it must be so easy to care then if you become vegan. And I think the general consensus was that you can't just judge people whether they're vegan or not as to whether they're a good person. And as I said earlier in this video, it's not just about being vegan that makes you a good person, but a lot of other things about your character as well. So that's my thoughts on it. I don't think we can force people to be vegan, but we can influence them, and I'm open to all different ways of people being influenced. But personally, I found that when I was more aggressive about it, it didn't work, and it did generate more discussion, but it didn't change people. And I think that the best way for me to spread the vegan message is to just show the health benefits of it, and to speak from my own experience, and hopefully people can relate to that in their own life, and hopefully they will also be able to change by being shown how to be vegan and getting all the information. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know your thoughts. See you in my next one. Bye.